Canicee's commercial value is strong.
Yeah, what they did to Mthimbani is bad.
The one thing that was wrong with AYMOS, which I didn't like, was that you do not say something and change it.
For sure.
Nobody said it for him that, yo, do an open challenge. And
bro, it's all about numbers. Why did he delete the post in the first
place? Mthimbani, the clip he released recently, where there's a lady tracking.
Then say why Mthimbani was performing.
So let me break it down from what I saw. AYMOS, Blackmyth, and who's the third lady? Who's the lady?
I forgot that lady.
I also forgot her. So they did a song together titled Xigubu. When the three dropped that song, it's a Xitsonga song, it's a sample of Chico Twala's song, Banawa Guy. That one Yamuvango's theme song. Yes, Chico's song. So when they dropped the song, it was gaining momentum. It was now reaching, Chongolo, Makwaya, which kind of brings the people from Limpopo and Mpumalanga, Bushbuckridge mainly. And then obviously, as an artist, AYMOS saw an opportunity where he was like, let me do an open verse challenge on this song. Obviously, they aim trying to push the numbers on the song, trying to have more people jumping on the song, indirectly promoting the song, so for people to go and stream the song on the digital platform. Fast forward, there were people who dropped their verses. I saw Bliss Boy, and then Canicee dropped his.
Nisuke ajuni meninga koma nginchumulo konifika akaya mana matakile ngakungwananga hambinga koma nginchumunzana ifike akaya ina itakile.
Fine, I even thought maybe this is a paid promo or something. Then Mthimbani as well jumped in on the song.
Makoya wanyu puyu loku say amen. Feta kuya laga gazatwana. Mwana manu tatipina abulolo wisi. Inda kuko takutikisela olowisi.
And now AYMOS saw the opportunity to like, okay, these big artists are now jumping on my song. What then do I do? He then said, okay, whoever gets the highest vote. He did a poll because I think the two, Mthimbani and Canicee, their open verse kind of did more numbers like the other ones, which was expected. They are mainstream artists within the Chigaza entertainment and music as well. So their song kind of did good. Their verses did good.
Yeah.
Then after that, AYMOS did a poll where he was like, whoever that gets the most votes gets to be featured in a Xigubu remix song with AYMOS. Okay. People started canvassing for votes. Palabora voting for Mthimbani, Bushbuckridge doing the same for Canicee.
Yeah. But don't you think there is something behind him putting Mthimbani and Canicee? It's as if he already knew that the two have like history, beefing history. Like, and AYMOS is not somebody who's been into Chigaza music.
Sure.
He just got into Chigaza music with that song. Sure. And then all of a sudden he's now comparing Mthimbani.
No, but for me, I think it's the number. It's not because the numbers. Because I think Mthimbani when he posted between like 13K views within how many hours.
Yeah.
So AYMOS, that's where you notice like, okay,
these
two have numbers. Then put them together. Let's see who's gonna take the first.
Obviously, commercially, it's something they make out sales for one, putting the highest two. And the highest two are not unknown artists because the open verse was open for everyone. Either you've been making music or you've not been making music. But obviously, these two already have a fan base. Whereas the top two were beefing not so long. There were some beefs that were dropped. Yeah. I think the other one, she Dumbo or something. And then also there was also that one Titi something what something from
Tell the secret.
Tell the secret.
Yeah.
Tells the secret.
So now when you put these two, what are you doing? You kind of bringing something that was already there, a beef that was there. And now what happens is now Limpopo is going for Mthimbani.
Definitely.
Bushbuckridge as well as supporting Canicee. And at the end, Mthimbani won on votes. And then later on now, I think when now AYMOS was supposed to honor the promise to say, okay, fine, I'm going to make a song with Mthimbani, they started changing the dimension of what he said it's a requirement for you to get that feature. He said he first started by deleting the post, but there were complaints on people who were saying there is no way in which like unknown artists were going to compete with the two, which is Canicee and Mthimbani. And then now AYMOS came back and was like, okay, fine, we're not only going to check the numbers, but we're gonna check as to how the person then fits into the song. But this was after he was featured into an upcoming event, which kind of led to Mthimbani now.
So actually, Mthimbani thinks, Canicee is bragging AYMOS by booking him on
He's not thinking. He's not thinking.
You think that is the
She's not
you
thinking.
think that's how it is, though. So in other words, this is bias, right? It's no longer looking at the facts that who did great or who had the most numbers. It's now looking at the fact that who booked him at the upcoming event.
I was thinking,
But
it was,
but it looks like that.
Yeah.
The way it is, like I blame AYMOS. Yeah, AYMOS. I blame AYMOS for doing that, because after you on a lineup with this other guy, and then while this other guy is losing, the other one is winning, you delete it, and without even explaining like what's really happening.
Yeah, and
So now people are thinking like, can I spot AYMOS with that gig? They are obviously they are chatting, maybe talking about the gig, the arrangements and everything, but I don't think they spoke about that thing. No, I'm losing, delete it because I'm putting you on lineup. I don't know.
And afterwards, after that incident where Canicee booked AYMOS, Mthimbani went and dropped this song. So this in Blackmyth.
Now Blackmyth, I'ma cut you down. It's either you step aside or you close your mouth. With a screaming at my shine on the open my shine now.
AYMOS.
I know, so Jala is stronger. Blackmyth is tapu toro kelangala ya bonga. You are a small boy, nashikanta shara one thing apushna shara pura sara Batman. And I don't give a damn about your million views. This my territory, I'ma watch you lose. Shama Combo gave you love, you shut him down. Now you need these people, you're a clown. Let's talk to K-Nice on boy Ubar. Always a selfish, you then that hard. No good to like to vote, and it makes you sick. So rappel la feature to the gig. And no miss a PHP, cause you're yinga shapen that she wanted to pampas. You fool, spam shame. Shpana company, ya will alignment. Unga paleka mweshe if I come in your mouth. Feno represent a one of the boy. So I knew my kubu na kutsamaka wankupan. Beef, unga win. Wash cliff shas and dancing. Na kupele ramkekula, ringa white brings forth. Plus you want to mati 4-5 that future gold dika stama ngwadla lesha mfana ntekarinti untu shokola lanza kuntota mavele nishtikisa kumama usubonini loko king yi performa 17 ngwadla liyama na n'wana way tracker loko no dash phone usicala n'wana ka performa xititisi ntelenhle ka stage xa wena.
But
did he diss Blackmyth because he just said, when I just stand aside, you don't want to be caught in this one.
He mentioned something that he stole. He stole that song Sheila. So in other ways, you're kind of like undermining him as not of a good artist, like somebody who steals songs. Understand? And then he also went on Canicee, which
but if he stole, he stole. That's the thing.
That's why allegedly. Allegedly.
That's why I'm putting if into this thing. If he stole, he stole.
If he stole, he stole.
Yeah.
So that's what he said.
Yeah.
And then he went on to Canicee. There was kind of like mentioning his kids. Right?
Sure.
Yeah, he mentioned his kids. She all know. He kind of like said some sexual harassing comments about the daughter, which is a lot of people started complaining about it. They complain about it, and then the mother of the daughter went and filed the case.
So there's a case that
she reported something more of like a lawsuit or something.
Yeah.
Whereby they told Mthimbani, they actually demanded Mthimbani to delete that song from all streaming platforms.
Is it like she opened a case or she went to a lawyer? I don't think there's a case yet.
Not in the case.
Yeah.
She went to the lawyers.
Is the mother the one who was shown in the clip twerking?
Yeah, that's AI.
That's the one?
Mthimbani used AI to make it twerk. That's just a picture of her.
But was she twerking? Because nigga said she was twerking in a club.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
There was once a gig whereby Mthimbani and Canicee were booked.
Yeah.
Is it 17?
Yeah,
for sure.
By that bro.
Yeah.
And then Mthimbani was performing.
Yeah.
This other song, I think he's featuring these other brothers, whatever they sing.
Yeah.
So they did a great verse, a great hook on that song. So she was just dancing there, right? And Mthimbani was like, yo, stop.
Yeah.
You see, even his girlfriend is dancing, it means I'm good, yeah. She go shout Mthimbani.
I'm for real.
Yeah, for real. You didn't see the video. She was dancing while Mthimbani was performing.
So are you saying what we saw on that Beefy Mthimbani, the clip he released recently, where there's a lady twerking? That was not her twerking.
He used AI.
For real?
Yeah.
She seems to be twerking for real. Like.
That's AI. Where will you get the video, bro? Come on.
I don't know. People put those kind of things on the media. Man.
She's not the type, though. Yeah.
But out of all these things, I feel like AYMOS knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as well, sometimes it's not fair or from him to Mthimbani to like put a benchmark and say, we're going to use this requirement. And now when all of a sudden you see that the person who you're trying to work with is not winning, and then now you change the goalpost, because that's why I spoke with you.
AYMOS wanted Canicee.
Sure.
Yeah. And then people wanted Mthimbani.
That's the thing. But also it's a game of numbers.
Yeah, bro, it's all about numbers. Why did he delete the post in the first place? Because he deleted the post. And Mthimbani was leading Canicee by 10,000 votes.
There was no way Canicee was.
He was not going to cover. Bro, even people from Bush were voting for Mthimbani. So you see.
And then now I saw something that he want to shoot a music video around Bush. So he's asking where is Chongo this weekend?
Yeah, he wants to come this side. He wants to, like, you know,
so
like,
he's really milking.
He's immersing himself into the Shigaza culture. You see, like, you know, one thing about us as, you know, Magaza people know that stuff. When somebody maybe from PTA or those kind of places, somebody who sings or somebody who's been into the mainstream comes into our genre and maybe collaborate with one of our artists. We tend to like kind of like I don't know, maybe like give that person much attention, right? They'll be like, oh man, now working with big artists and all that stuff. Not knowing that it might happen that the person is no longer doing great wherever he's from. Right?
No, that's true. No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's what we do.
Like AYMOS been quiet for like some time. I don't know, but like yeah. So now this new song made AYMOS out there again.
Because he got 1 million views. You just got a million.
But the million views were from the strategy used to where now you have people doing their own separate thing, not realizing that is offering someone free marketing, because what now everybody was doing was just marketing the song on their behalf and paid.
Sure.
And then now they're saying your repayment is that you might stand a chance to get a feature, which at the end he did realize that I want to work with Canicee, and which is not wrong. But the thing that was wrong with AYMOS, which I didn't like, was that you do not say something and change it.
For sure.
Nobody said it for him that, yo, do an open challenge. And then blah, blah, blah. An open challenge is okay. Everybody can jump on an open challenge. And you can work with whoever that you want to work with. But then now when you start putting people to vote, you are now saying either choose this one or this one. And now when there's an ultimate winner, you come back and say, okay, we're no longer going to consider what I said. What pushed you to say that?
Definitely. Nobody.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. It's like that. You see, like from when you dropped that thing, I challenged a lot of people. They did, and I had a lot of good verse. Like you see, dope verse, dope than Canicee and Mthimbani's verse, bro. So,
but you might drop a verse that is better than all the verses, but if you don't have the numbers, you won't be considered. That's the thing, because the narrative behind these open verse challenges is to push the artist behind the song.
Which why I'm saying it wasn't gonna be wrong for AYMOS to go and pick whoever that he likes. But you do not go out there and then start saying, okay, fine, here's the top 2, let's vote. And once people start voting for the top 2, you come and start to change things, which I feel like it's wrong from AYMOS. As much as Mthimbani is now apologizing for what he said about the kid on this song, AYMOS should also come out and apologize for what he started, because you do not start those kind of things and then now when 2 people are now fighting, you stand out there trying to act like an innocent person when you know what you were doing. And you know why things are turning out the way they did. I'm not justifying what Mthimbani said.
That's sort of like steady things up.
That's true, because already people are saying bad things about AYMOS, like especially Mthimbani's thing.
What they did to Mthimbani is bad.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
And then this crash out was very, very bad too.
That's the thing.
Wasn't supposed to mention the child.
Obviously, that one was very wrong as well. But AYMOS and Mthimbani need to own to the mess that they've created. AYMOS being the one who started this thing, man. That's like a backstab. It's like putting someone on, and then while they are on, then now you backstab them.
Yeah. So he was kind of like frustrated and angry. He was angry actually. So it was like, let me take it out on everyone.
Is it on a record level? AYMOS.
He was signed to Maporisa. There's an interview where he's saying Maporisa changed his life.
Oh yeah.
Maporisa studio. And then Maporisa was like, "Oh boy, I'm gonna change your life," and then blah 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 blah. And you know, when you work with the likes of Maporisa, that they're gonna own your songs, but after some time, you can go out there and start doing your own thing. I think even this one here, Xigubu, it's him now trying to exploit other people. I hope he doesn't take it.
Colonization.
Which is what happens. They call it that. I own the master.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is a divide and conquer. Yeah. You see, he came here, he caused conflict, divided. Now he's conquering.
And now the Bobo is fighting.
Bush. It's what the white master did. That's what I was saying. I was telling you that these people, they come and then we deem them as prestigious artists coming into our culture. So they immerse themselves into our culture. They'll be like, "Hey man, this one is so prestigious. He worked with the likes of Kabza this morning. He worked with very big artists, and now he's coming to work with our artists." And then we kind of like accept them, welcome them, not knowing the agenda behind that. It's more of like colonization. That's what I'm saying. It's divide and conquer. You see,
but there was no need to rush, man. There was no need to rush into panicking and then start deleting that post because it's what started this thing. You could have just let it, people arguing amongst themselves who dropped the better verse. But now when you use that to your advantage and then say, I'm going to offer someone a record deal, and then now when it's time for you to offer them a record deal, you look at, and they do not have the numbers. Or maybe I don't like this person. I like this one more than this one, which I kind of felt like AYMOS looked at the two and felt like, okay, commercially, because we always talk about artists being commercial and some artists just being good, but their commercial value is not that strong. Between the two, you look, Canicee's commercial value is strong. Mthimbani is,
it's not.
When he drops things, he drop like things that are hardcore. So I feel like AYMOS kind of looked at the two as like, okay, I had Blackmyth on the song. Canicee is one artist who commercially I can make something out of this thing. And then now when I look at Mthimbani, okay, he's light, he dropped a good thing, but I don't want to work with him. But I cannot tell him I don't want to work with him. Now let me now change the requirement and start saying, no, we're not gonna look at. Where was that when you started the whole challenge?
No, you did not say that from the first place.
So here's the thing: AYMOS should come out and apologize for the confusion that is there, for the beef that we got that we were not expecting.
Right now, even lawyers are involved in this whole saga. So they taking it way too far.
Yes, Xigubu.
But why is he doing the mix for that song, man?
Bro, for the same thing, commercial wise, he wants to make money. So that's why I'm like, he wants to do a remix, started a free verse challenge. Everybody
so that shows that the nigga fell off.
You can say that. Maybe you can say he's not doing good at the moment.
He's not doing good.
Yeah, he's not doing good at the moment. He's not.
Also, I feel like the remix for me, as much as it's coming way too quicker than we expected, it's that thing where somebody